And there we go. We must be live. This is going to be a very slow show if you're that sleepy, damnation. So wake up. Anyway, welcome everyone. This is Crow's Nest No Quarter, episode 50. It's a big 50. Woohoo! Not that anyone probably cares. G'day, Watchman. How you doing? So this one's called Illegitimacy on the Bounty, and I managed to pronounce it. So I've done well so far. So we'll go ahead and say good day to everyone. I believe the link is in the YouTube chat, but I'll have a look at that in a sec. So, Watchman, you're first. So, good day. How you doing?
He's not talking to everyone. You know, you're probably just one of the people.
Hi,
there he is.
Yeah.
There we go. And we've got Ross Cray.
Good evening, everyone.
And we've got a Toxic.
G'day. How are we?
I'm RB, so howdy everyone. And we've got Sleepy Damnation. Put some effort into it, fella. Anyway, so I guess we'll start off by talking about the bounty, and then there's a few other things that we can talk about. So I'm assuming everybody's doing it by now.
Indeed.
Very slowly, but yes.
Yeah, it's been... The bounty hasn't been difficult. Well, not for me anyway. I know, and I've seen most of my alliance. They're getting through it quite well. You know what I mean? They're not struggling. Majority of them. So yeah, I'm happy to see them doing okay. I know there might be a few others that are struggling, but we're doing all right. You know. Sorry.
Don't say sorry. It's no dramas. No, that's good. Ross, I'm surprised you said yes, because you're having the old lag issues again, aren't you?
No, exactly. I'm not doing it. I mean, I'm not getting overwhelmed with the anger or trolling the posts. I just, if it's not, they don't have a working game. I got other things to do. I'm really not upset about it. I did get enough points in the first day, really, that I'll be okay, and that's how I look at it. I would like to do more of the bounty. If they have a working game, I'd be glad to.
Yeah, sorry, can I cut back in again? I did well in the first day, so I got enough points to see, to get the things building that I needed. Yeah, and I thought then I'll pick up the rest of the points that I need afterwards. But I've noticed today I've gone out and the connection has been terrible. That part of it has been really bad. I mean, I've not been able to get into battles and I theoretically I have just given up trying to hit anything unless it's not on auto. Because it's just absolute a disaster. Trying to do anything. But as I said, fortunately, I was able to get what I needed the most important stuff that I needed within the first 24 hours. But now, I mean, I've had to reload so many times. I keep getting disconnected from chat and stuff like that, and it's just mental, absolutely madness.
There's certainly no way that you would say, as a game player or whatever, that you would load a crew on. Expecting you get the full potential like out of a grease monkey crew or something like that. I'm talking. I have stability over about 3 minutes. Seriously, that's short. And then the rest is chat. I guess. I mean, that's how I look at it. I'm able to talk to people and see how they're doing. Check on my alliance mates and other people, but it's not. There's a huge connection, or I don't know what, because I'm not on that end. There's a huge gameplay issue, and that needs fixed.
Yeah, I mean, I've been refitting my basilisk, and I get flash crashes just refitting, like adding a weapon on the thing, bang, gone. And it's anything I do is all on auto. I don't drive because it's painful. So this morning I already had a couple of flash crashes, and that's just jumping into the shipyard or into the dock, just pressing that button and bang, flash crash. It's I don't normally have that, so I don't know what's going on.
No, it's got worse in the last couple of hours, I've noticed. Because I've been on quite a few hours a day, actually, just messing around. At least I just took a lazy day, yeah. And so I've been on and just topping up with res and stuff like that, and filling everything back up again. And in the last couple of hours, I mean, it's disconnected me so many times. It said you're not connected to the chat server. It wouldn't let me even watch a battle. If a base is getting hit, and it goes, we're checking, and the message come up and said we're checking your connection. I thought, you're checking my connection? I've got a 1 gigabyte up and down internet.
I know, right? Hey,
yeah,
that's what I'm just sitting there going, I know my connection, and I know yours is even greater than mine. I'm like, You got to be kidding me. And if it's not just running smooth like television, there's a problem. And oh my, I got the same. I have worse because I don't have that kind of connection. So I have worse.
No, I mean, I could just go bang and check my connection. It goes like bang, under 1 second ping. You know what I mean? Like, it's just under 1 gigabyte. Like 1,000 like 1,000 up and down. Yeah, because I have to have that for work when I'm uploading huge files. But the point is I know the connection is perfectly okay because I can just go bang and check it. And like that, and then they got the cheek to say we're checking your connection. If you taking a fucking piss, sorry for the language, but
well, I don't need to worry about language.
I've been hit 41 minutes ago. I just checked in the battle log, and we were talking before the show started. We were talking. I said, "Oh, I'm repairing. What am I repairing? Oh, I'm repairing my base. I didn't even know I've been hit. There's no notifications, nothing. I had to go and check in my battle log. So it's
really?
Yeah. Yeah, I've got no notification. The guys can vote for that, state that I said, shit, what's this repair? And I checked, no, I've been hit. There was nothing, no notification, no nothing. I got 400 points and that's it.
Yeah, there's a lot of things messed up at the moment. I don't know. They do one thing and it seems to like mess a lot of other things up, doesn't it? You know what I mean? They can just never run something, and it's for some reason it just, I don't know, it just messes up other parts of the game. Crazy. They can never just do a straightforward thing without they do one thing and 3 things else break. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm curious to know if it's the blitz bases and I was going to, see what everyone thought about that, because to me there seems like an awful lot of them on the map, and probably more than what there needs to be. What do you guys think of that?
Yeah, they swamped it, haven't they? Swamped it with them.
Yeah. And given that they've had to, pull the base parts and titanium and stuff like that, it's I don't know. There's some strange shit going on. There's no doubt about that. So it's kind of bizarre in my mind, but
well, it's not bizarre. It's just they're greedy bastards, and they're just trying to get everyone a coin. Sorry, not beating about the bush.
I mean, there is part of that, and I was gonna talk about that a bit later, actually. But anyway, never mind.
Sorry.
No. We've all got opinions, so there's nothing wrong with sharing them. So, because to me it just seems like there's, the things that we need to put the turrets on is base parts, and you need titanium to build ships. So, and it wasn't that long ago that they were giving us 500k titanium in an event. So, and now it's like, oh well, you can't have that because we've put these crappy targets on the map, and that's probably what's causing the issue.
For those that don't know, you can use your eradicators in the SSRBs, and on the right hand side you can get 500 base parts in the SSRBs. So that's a good hit. So
yeah, funnily enough, I'm doing one right now.
Yeah, I've just topped back up. Yeah, because I had to. I put obviously the 2 new turrets in. They let you go, but I had to do a quick refill. Obviously, I think it's about 1126 base parts or something like that to put one in.
Yeah.
And it's around about that mark anyway. So I had to do a quick refill to top it back up again to get the second one in. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, and because I was going to go into the turret a bit later to see who's got them in and what do we think of them, and have you seen them in action and all that sort of stuff. But so what do we think about all the quote unquote illegitimate points and the way that the whole leaderboard kerfuffle's sort of gone down? Has anyone got any
Well, we
thoughts?
all know if you're not on within the first 2-3 hours, then you either miss out on something or you get badly shafted. One of the two things happen. There's never a smooth start. It's either there is something in bank error in your favor, or the bank error is not in your favor.
Yeah. Well,
so it's always if you're on at the start, then you're either lucky or you're not. But living here in the land down under, I have to work, so I can't be on at the start. So I just miss out. But it doesn't really bother me because the way the game is, it just yeah.
I think it. Go on. Sorry, I think it does annoy players that they call it an exploit. It was their glitch that they created, yeah. And right, I don't agree with the way they've done it. Personally, I think they gave them too much back because it was such an easy thing to do, and other people have got to work a lot harder to get the same amount of points. So I think a lot of people still kept 100,000 points for very little effort. So I think they should have cut it down a bit lower than that. That's just my opinion.
And what do you think about the 10K for everybody else? Do you think that's enough or not enough? Or
well, that was nice. It's a little, but it's a little bone they've thrown when they've thrown someone else 100K. You know what I mean? You got you got 1/10 of it, haven't you? You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a big difference. There's no doubt about
it. How can you call it an exploit? If I come to your shop and I'll buy something for $15 and I'll pay with $100 note and you give me back $975, it's not my fault. You know what I mean? So
yeah, walking out the shop
if you're exactly, if you're silly enough and you can't do what you advertised that you are doing, then you deserve what you get.
Yeah,
in my opinion,
I'm certainly on that wavelength too, because it's like it's not an exploit. There's been so many other exploits done throughout Bounty that are just players deliberately doing the wrong thing, and they all got away with it and everyone was happy and nobody said anything, and you're a sucker if you didn't do it and blah 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 blah. This is just incompetence. If they can't manage to do produce their actual product, it's craziness.
Well, they were giving out bounty points for a target that wasn't even meant to give out bounty points.
Yeah.
So what does it tell you? I mean, the next bounty, just hit every target you can find on the map and see if you might get lucky.
It had a symbol. It had a bounty symbol on it.
Yeah.
Outside of the target. It was there a day ahead of time even.
Oh, I mean, it's they could write the book on incompetence. Sorry, it's like how many times they get things wrong.
Yeah. No, I agree. So, I've actually got a bit of a theory about all of this, which is very tinfoil hatty, but I was thinking about it earlier, and it's like, so, and you may completely disagree with me, but I found it kind of interesting that they were quite happy to accept the money from people coining and get 9 million points, and that's real money, but they're not actually giving back real money. So it's almost like it's because it took them so long to do anything about fixing it that it's almost like it's we need to boost our income figures this month. So what we'll do is we'll let them coin like crazy forever, and then we'll just give them back, pretend gold because it doesn't actually cost us anything.
Yeah, we'll give you a gold offer, and you can buy loads of that, and you can get 9.5 million points, and then we'll give it back, but we'll give it back to you in player money.
That's right.
In Kickside gold, which is not tradable, as far as I know, around the rest of the world.
Is it like is it like fool's gold?
Yeah.
Is it similar to that?
Yes. Yeah, so it sounds tinfoily, but it's like, well, I
It's
don't
more
know.
common sense. It's more common sense, honest. You know what I mean? Because there's some we've all heard the real tinfoily ones over the 7 or whatever years now, but there is some silliness and shadiness that has been going on. I mean, that's we all know that. We're not dumb. Most of us are adults here. So, and it's just blatantly obvious at certain points. So yeah, it's just interesting.
No, we're done. We're still playing.
No, yeah.
Sorry, but yeah.
No. Well, it's a fair point. It's a fair point. Yeah. So
Well, the dynamics of the game are still here. The interesting built. Well, what we think, are the dynamics anymore.
Yeah.
We used to have more where you built, the variety would be
Okay,
there.
I don't want to break a later chat point that might come on, but the one thing I used to love doing, okay, as a team effort, we used to go out and hit a Nexus, okay?
Right.
And, and that was one of the few things you could do as a group, as an alliance. 8, 10, 12 of you would go out and hit a Nexus, and they've killed that now. I mean, our Nexus got hit by a guy that had a 940 level mega hull. You couldn't touch it because it'd even kill your Conqueror hulls. And that's just taken the fun out of, because the megas are next to useless for anything else, But it was just fun going and smashing another alliance's Nexus just for the fun of it and joining together as an alliance, It was a community thing and fun thing, Because there's not many things you can do as a team so much.
Yeah.
And they've taken that one fun thing out of the game, and it's disappointing that we've lost that, where we could all sort of unite and have fun together.
It used to be fun when the what do you call it, come around and you'd claim a Nexus,
Yeah.
And then you'd have some other alliances come and try to take it away from you, or you try to take it away from them. That was fun. It was fun that you could do. Now there's 2 Nexuses or 1 Nexus per sector, so that's totally, you can't get anywhere near that. The TLCs for the mega hull, you can't do that either, because it's just it's Eradicators now,
Well, I could do that. I mean, if I wanted to, but I mean, I only did the first round and got the top weapons. I refitted mine. I think mine Hyperion. Let's just have a quick check. It's up to about 575. I mean, but the guy that hit my Nexus, my Hyperion, he's the rank of his one was 940.
Yeah, when you said that, I was like, well, how are they getting that high all of a sudden? But I guess with all the new bits and bobs, they're,
Yeah, he our entire Nexus, like, virtually took it out on his own. And it's like, And, there wasn't much you could do. A guy, he's in the alliance called Miffin or whatever. Well done to him, But the thing is like, he's going to just walk walk Nexus with that rank, you know what I mean? Because you can't even touch his mega now, because it melts as well,
I can say mine got smoked also, and I got hit by a level 1029, I think it is.
Oh,
whoa! Okay.
Well, I'm going to tell him he's a pup then. Yeah,
it's a PN. It was a PNLS, and it was a nice mega. Or nice Hyperion and everything at that level, and it did just smoke me, and it would just smoke our Nexus, but he didn't get it. But he made a heck of a run. But the only way I could get him was I just kill his engine every time, you know, and I think that I could make it to his engine every single time.
Yeah,
right.
I mean,
So
well, that's what we've always sort of done, isn't it? You know, and when we would hit a Nexus, we'd have one of the team like guarding the engine, you know, and the other guys are like hitting, you know, the mega, yeah.
right.
But,
Okay.
I mean, and it was fun. You know, it was fun. You go out and you have good battles and stuff like that. But I mean, now I think that game is over now because it's 15 gold to repair a Conqueror fleet, and you're not going to do that anymore. You know, you're not going to do that.
No, and but let's be honest. The whole Hyperion thing it's been a disaster from the start, and truly has been.
Oh yeah, I mean, but it was
correction, lack of incorrect deployment, and then just forgotten about. There's so many features that are just unknown to the general masses that it's unbelievable. And that's not due to the player base. That's due to the company who released the item. I mean,
well, unless they've got something coming up that we don't know about yet, you know, planned for the mega hole. Because at the moment, I mean, to the most part, it's pretty useless. You know, I mean, I mean, even if you've got a golden nexus, yeah, for the smaller drops, the small amount that you really get, you could get that in a few hours. You know, in an hour, yeah, in what you would earn for the whole weekend on the golden nexus, yeah. So. You know, it's pretty bloody useless. But the only fun part of that I found, you know, the mega holes was people would have a big, you know, another alliance would have a big nexus, and you'd go and swarm it basically, you know, and take it out. But that was fun because that was like your alliance all working together as a team, yeah, and that was a team thing. And there's not many parts of the game now that are team active, you know, that because it's good for the community to work together, you know, and when they take them things away, and then it's not again, I think it's a negative.
Well, I say they surely have plans for the Hyperion in the future. To think that they wouldn't would be strange because the release of these new things that there definitely is. Am I aware of such thing? No. I'm not saying that or anything like that. But I'm just saying. You don't go to these measures and these extreme weapons without some type of future plan here. So I believe there is. It's just for me, this is such a limited niche that they missed the boat on it, and the coin amount is going to be, even if it were going to be turned into a fun activity at this rate, right? And for me, it's silliness to sit there and watch my money go because it's not a controllable feature. I can't drive or can aim or not anything. And how much is it to coin my Hyperion? The damage?
Well, I've got about 2 hours, 9 minutes left on my Hyperion for it repairs, but I'll see what I would never even think of repairing one, you know, paying for it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because I'm not mental.
But,
you know
but that's my point. They priced it from the start at a point where a player says, well, I wouldn't coin that because I'm not mental. That's my point. That's my exact point. Well, of course not. I'm not either. I wouldn't coin mine either. There's a few mentals out there, but wouldn't they have generated a ton more money if that thing was 17 to 20 coins to repair the whole thing?
Well, if they, no, I think
from the start. I mean, really.
I'll be honest with you. I think nothing should be over 10 coins.
Right.
That would make the game buzz more. You know what I mean? No repairs should be over 10 coins, and the whole game would buzz more. People would be hitting more and doing more things, and it'd actually generate more money. But when it gets to a certain amount of expense, people go, do you know what? Sorry, I'll just put it on long repair. You know?
Right. And we're there. In my opinion, we're there. We're there on the whole thing. Didn't you used to? I did. I used to coin ships straight out of the get. Coin rank 2 if I wanted. I mean, because I felt like I'd get a little bit out of them or something, but there's not a chance in hell I'd coin a ship right now in this game. The game can't even play.
Yeah.
I mean, so I think that there's going to be something around with the Hyperions. I foresee it. And I kind of had interest with it until I saw the what you're describing until I did see them in action and realized that, holy shit, we have this jump right now. They just took out this, just like you described. They took out the fun there. That's gone. There's not a chance in hell I'm going to enter another battle. I entered this one to try to save the Nexus, but not knowingly, right? Now I know, not a chance in hell I'm entering. Even I don't care. I don't care.
Exactly. Like, if you now bring in your Conqueror fleet and you try and fight one of those hulls, you've now got what, a 15 con repair?
Yeah.
Who's going to do that?
No. Well, so
that's over. So like 6, 7, 12 players that were joining that battle, they're not playing anymore.
Right.
You know, they're not playing anymore. And that was a team event, and it was fun as a team event. You know, and that kept. See, the thing is that they seem to miss the point and massively miss the point. Yeah, that the only reason most of us are playing, is because we're a team or we're in an alliance and we've got good guys around us and we like that.
And
friendship. And that's it. The friendships and stuff like that we've made, and you know, and we go out and you could hit a Nexus. Yeah, it didn't cost anyone nothing, because if I smashed your Nexus up, what do? You just let it repair and you put it all back again next day. But we would have some laughs smashing it up, and it didn't cost us nothing, and it theoretically cost you nothing as well, apart from losing your Nexus. But it was fun.
That's fun.
You know,
right.
And that was a few parts in the game that you could have fun that was virtually free.
Not just that, but you would also need to build your mega hull. So a couple of you would go out and hit, you know,
for parts,
a few loners here and there for parts, and the loners would have their alliance as well, and then they'd come attack you. You know, so it's always there was at least a little bit of fun. You know, you'd waste a couple of fleets and then you'd stop. But you know, it's all been taken away. I mean, you can still do it, but it's all been taken away. It's all just, you know, drive your credit card.
Yeah,
swipe here. That's it.
They've messed it up, Toxic. You know what I mean? They really have. Because now it's only really mega hulls against mega hulls, isn't it? Really, and so it's whoever's got the biggest mega hull now and stuff like that. You know, it's
right,
because no one's going to come in now with a support fleet, because you're going to get melted in them, in the big ones. You know, it's your shooters. You know,
right.
Yeah, Cuttlefish had a few good points in chat that the deflections need to be adjusted in them and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm kind of surprised they're that high a level now, because I had no idea. Because
well, Ross did say it. We're going to need another refactor soon.
Yeah. What a mega refactor!
The monthly refactor.
Quarterly.
No, thank God. We just need to start making. We need to have a list and make sure they do adjust all these things on quarterly, because they just pump out, and then that's what it is now. Everybody's got their own tinfoil hat. My really tinfoil hat is, this is the truth, and this is what I just see in it. Just calling it like it is. You get what you hire, right? We see how the display of what the people they hire. We are the community, right? So we get to see how they interact. That's their job. We get to see it. Their performance. We get to see how they perform, honestly. Well, look what you hire. You get what you get. I mean, that's it.
They just look at the bottom line. That's sadly. But the thing is this is the bit that got me about the megas, is that was the one fun part of the game that was still left, because it was basically a free battles, and you know, free battles, I mean, i.e. coin free. You know, you could have a bit of a laugh, you know. All right, you'd have a few fleet v fleet battles out there if they come and start defending, but you didn't mind, and I would coin my fleet and repair and go back out and battle. You know, and to finish killing off their Nexus and stuff like that. I didn't mind doing that. You know, we'd play that because it was feasible. You could actually do it. But now, where they've got the megas at such a high level and actually killing your Conqueror fleets, it's not even worth trying. You know, it's just a waste of time. So it's killed that part of the game for me, anyway. And
but do they even know that?
No.
They're completely bloody oblivious. You know what I mean? That's the point.
And I wasn't like calling. I'm not trying to call them great, bad, or him, but I was just calling simple things like, "Do you think they know that?" I don't think they know that. I don't think they know this appropriate strength of the next jump weapon to put out on a Hyperion. How could they know it? They've been put aside for so long? You know what I mean? So I don't know the direction here. I think that it took it away. I mean,
we've got a team here now that are giving you what 11 hours, or 11 days, sorry, to upgrade your breacher or your lurker and stuff like that. I mean, I'm going to say now that they're out of touch with the game, because that's got to be done in the shipyard. Okay, when we've got other places where upgrades could be done, and people are struggling to get builds finished. And don't get me wrong, I've already got 3 basilisks and 5 breaches, yeah, but I want to have enough people to play against, and if other people can't get them done, they give up, they quit, and I don't want that. And I've had multiple players in my alliance, high levels, over 126. 4 of them quit in the last few weeks, which is sad, because some of them players had been playing for 7 years and more, and it's sad to lose them players, and I don't want to see any more go, and as a alliance leader, I mean, you're meant to be kind of the motivational speaker to keep them there, and sometimes it's hard to be the motivational speaker when you're pissed off yourself with what's going on,
No, that's a whole nother. I don't know I don't know. They did know ahead of time. They did hear from the community on the shipyard issue, at least right away when everybody heard about it. So they didn't go into that one blind. I mean, I could see them not knowing really the power of these Hyperion weapons until this point, until even this show, possibly. Seriously. But because I haven't heard anybody talking about it until now. But myself. But everybody's talked about the shipyard being held up, that's for sure. And I don't know if it's just is it just a niche? Do we think that they're just going after that 1% to 2% or whatever that few percentage is that are going to coin it? I mean,
okay. I don't know if I'm jumping the gun again. If we was going to get into that, talking about the new turrets.
Yeah, I was going to cover that in a bit. So
okay, I'll let you go. So we won't get into that in. Yeah.
Oh no, it's all good. Part of this is just the way that it flows from one subject to another. So it's not like it's
no, because we're talking about
at 0.519 we're going to start talking about this.
Yeah, I mean, the new turrets are pretty effective.
Yeah, I was gonna see what people thought of them and who's got them in, and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I've got a couple. Wife's got a couple of them in. I've been hit the entire bounty, not even a peak actually, which I was quite surprised about. But she got hit a couple of times and melted a few fleets. The last one, had 2 basilisks and 3 breaches, and melted in her base. I think you're not going to get in bases with new turrets.
What new turrets are they? Tempest, the heavy launcher?
Yeah, the heavy launcher.
Yeah.
You're not going to get in. You're not going to get in with them. I was
going to say, most people's breaches and stuff aren't set up for radioactive. So there's going to be refits have to be done there. So
yeah, I mean, and even if you have, I mean, you're going to take damage from other stuff. So it's the amount of damage they can do is still going to go way over your deflection massively. Yeah. So.
But you need at least probably 2 of them, you'd say. I'm just asking. I don't. Honest to God, I don't use any of the heavy.
Once you put the specials on, you get 3 million damage. If you take away the 50%, and you look at how many it fires, you get about 375 K radioactive damage per hit. That's I mean that's a couple of hundred over deflection. Within a few hits, you're going to melt a fleet. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Has anyone switched factions? Does that 20% apply?
I did, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't been hit yet. But I did anyway, just in case. Because it
so
also
what's your damage on your turret?
I'm actually, let's have a little look. 3,400,000.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Okay. Click the button, change to Reaver.
Yeah, but it also affects if you've got the other turret on your op. It also gives that boost as well.
I haven't got that on at the moment. So
because that's radioactive as well, so it gives that a 25% kick. You know what I mean? So
should hurry up and do that.
To go back to the original question, about the shipyard time, as a in let's just say in the conquest yard, you can grin and bear it. It's only you're going to only do maybe 1 or 2 breaches like that, or maybe only 1 lurker. But when all this comes out for PvE, and you have 200, 130 something days to optimize 1 fleet, and we know that they're going to do that, that they're going to set the damage and the what's the name for the most optimized fleet. So you know it's not going to be a choice, it's going to be a must that you have it, or you will take that much damage. So yeah, that'll be the end of that then for me, because I am not going to spend 130 days building a fleet. And not only one, they're supposed to have, you're supposed to have 2 fleets. So that's how much can you squeeze out? How much blood can you squeeze out of a stone? That's the question. Yeah.
Well, this is the thing, isn't it? It should never be carried over to PvE. For PvP, okay, maybe it's acceptable because they want to slow down the PvE and get that balanced, find a balance somewhere. Yeah. But for PvE, where we have to build raid fleets every couple of months, every few months, yeah. You can't do that because no one would ever have the time to build those fleets.
Yeah, I think those days are gone of having two fleets, because if they're expecting upgrades, you're just never going to get it all done. And I hope you've got a beer for me.
That was me opening one, yeah.
Yes, so you better share.
Can of Stella there, you know.
I mean, I've only built
one keep
fleet.
Stella then.
That was the Eradicators. I've started building a ballistic, then I swapped to launchers. I finished the launchers after the second raid was done. Now I've found a way where I take a little bit less damage, so I have to refit. So I'm still not finished as my first fleet, and that's not upgraded.
Well, I had 3 ballistic, and 2 of the like the splash ones, whatever. So one of them I've got refitting, obviously not the ballistic one, because I can change that one over. So that's the one I've got in a refit. I've got 7 days left because obviously I used tokens that you had. Well, I've got 6 days, 22 hours. But I've got 3 basilisk built as well. So, and they're all fully ranked and sort of, armored up. So yeah, fortunately, I'm in a reasonable position that some of the top end players are in, but not everyone is. And they're still trying to build fleets, and they're still trying to do this. And there are people that have not even finished their fleets yet, and there's an upgrade coming. You know what I mean? And it's crazy. I don't know. But they're thinking about. I mean, I have no idea why they put that upgrade in the Conqueror shipyard. You know, when it could have been done, it could have been put in so many places. You know.
Well, we've got the Foundry, and we've got the Retro Lab.
Yeah, exactly.
The Retro Lab's got holes in it. Foundry's got holes in it.
Yeah, and it's like, but the problem is Toxic, right? I think these guys don't even know about that.
Yeah, I think they're scared. I think they're scared to touch any of this stuff.
I think that, you know, the new team that comes in, right, don't even know that we've got the retrofit lab and the Foundry.
But Robert's been here for a while, so he should have known that.
Yeah, but if they don't listen to him and they're, you know, his manager or whatever, and they're always going to, you know, slap their dick on the table and say, look, here's the new one, mine's bigger, you know, he's just the designer. Well, yeah, big deal.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We put that on the fucking, you know, in a Conqueror. Yeah, when it could have been put somewhere else, you know, and that's the thing, isn't it? You know, I don't know. It's just, yeah. I don't think anyone's impressed about it. You know what I mean? I've not seen anyone say, yeah, this is a good idea.
Yeah,
you could put up with it for PvP. You know, to optimize a fleet to go into. If you want to have a niche fleet to go into certain bases, that you can optimize that. Yeah, that's fair enough, but not raids, TLCs, and all that sort of stuff. That's
no,
just way
exactly. Toxic. I will accept it for PvP, right? Even though I'm not happy with it, I would accept it for that. Okay, as an upgrade for that. But if it crossed over to PvE and we had to start doing that to our raid fleets and our FM fleets and stuff like that, no, you know, then I wouldn't be happy with it, and I'm sure there'll be thousands of other players would not be happy with that either. You know what I mean?
And are you ready to be unhappy then?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, because there's going to be like that. It's gonna flame up if they do that. You know what I mean?
Well,
it's not
can
just
you put me on present Damnation and then go for it, Toxic? I'll stop talking.
It's not just the 11 days. It's also the res that you need, and it's also the titanium and the uranium and the base parts that you need for the game, and it's also the what is it? You need special parts for it, special kits or whatever you need. You have to get them, and they're not gonna just lie around on a map that you drive over and get them. So I'm sure there's some kind of a TLC involved where you have to do 55 targets in an hour, or you're not getting it. So it's just over the top, and I'm not doing it, making it stuffed.
Yeah, I know there was a sale, and I was trying to remember how much it was. I can't remember exactly whether it was 200 or 100. Upgrade kits or whatever they call them. And I'm pretty sure it was like $149 US, which is, well over $200 to me. And I'm like, well, yeah.
yeah. One of my players, he did say to me, he bought, it was 3 days worth of upgrade or something like that. He said, I bought that. He said, but I'm not quite sure what it's for yet. You know what I mean? But he bought it anyway, yeah.
Okay.
But he
used to get him to buy me one as well.
Yeah. No, trust me, he's not a rich player, but he can only get on here and there, and he's trying to keep up,
Yeah.
So, but he threw a little bit of that because he thought, I must have to get that just to stay back in, like relevant sort of thing. But yeah, I mean, I didn't even see that. I didn't even get that offer, to be honest with you. Unless I missed it.
It was really brief. I think it was like on the first day. I always click through them to see what's there and that sort of thing. And I think it was like the first day for the first 24 hours or something like that. Because I just, once I looked what it was, I just clicked past it and didn't worry about it. It was like, you've got to be kidding me. But
yeah.
Anyway, so Tuesday, according to the old BP next week, is when they're putting the support in for the upgrade kits for eradicators and shrikes. And I had a theory about this, but I can't remember what the theory was, so it can't have been a very good one.
So, okay, we're saying what support kits for eradicators and shrikes. So that is the same thing that we're getting in this raid, is it?
No, so this is just them doing the background work for when they actually come in. So I would predict that they will be in the raid. There'll be raid prizes.
Okay.
But it's just, it's just a prediction. I don't know one way or the other, but it makes sense to me if they're doing the work to put it in now. But because I was kind of wondering, I really can't remember what this thought was that I had, but it was something about, because they're not going to do anything for the flagship. So I was thinking, well, okay, so you're only going to have to do it for 4 ships. And I know, you only, in inverted commas. But I was wondering if it was just going to be things that weren't really going to make a big difference. So they were going to, because they can't like increase speed or anything like that. So maybe they just, there's something to make them more equal to the flagship or something like that. I don't know where they're going with them, so it's hard to say because it was all just dropped on us with no notice whatsoever. So, and I was going to go back and to the forums and see if there was any, more clarification or anything like that. But
could I ask now? Sorry, who's got a fleet of strikes?
What have I got? I've got the flag done and 4 with bits and pieces on them.
Anyone else?
Nope.
There we go. You know what I mean? Because why? Because we've been refitting the eradicators non-stop. And looking at Tuesdays, it contains support for hull upgrades, this time for the eradicator and strike. So that means we've got to update our eradicators yet again on Tuesday.
Well, it won't be on Tuesday.
It'll be Wednesday or whenever. Yeah, I don't know, but it just means it's a constant update on the same fleet that you've built 5 times.
Yeah. Well, have we done Siege Spin TLC already? I think we have, haven't we? If Damnation was awake, he'd be able to tell me. Oh, I think I heard him shuffle then. Anyway, I've got a feeling we have. So I think that one might be actually Cuttlefish will probably know. He might be able to tell us in chat. That'll probably be for the escalation weapons and specials and all that sort of thing. But I really think these upgrade kits are going to be in the raid. I don't think we'll see them before that. Yeah,
I mean, as I said, I can understand it just about put up with it for PvP, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
But for PvE, no, because of the amount of time it takes to be able to build those fleets in the first instance. To then add multiple like refits that we've had to do.
Yeah.
And then add upgrade kits on top of that. It's just like, that's just mad.
Yeah, I mean, part of me says that it's almost like you're making the breacher a generalist hull because you're not going to change them all to concussive because that'd be stupid. So, you probably only have to do 1 or 2, like Toxic said. But I'm wondering with the PvE fleets that because you're not going to change them into something completely different. So they're kind of only really limited as to what they can do with those upgrades, in my mind. Like, it's not going to change it to a corrosive ship or something like that. Because then you'd have to be changing every weapon and every special. So, and to do that to a fleet that's already built, you're just not going to do it. So,
yeah, I mean, obviously the one breacher that I'm now refitting or upgrading, I suppose, if anyone else is doing that as well. That's got to have a refit as well, weapon-wise to make it viable.
Yeah. Well, luckily I've got a blank one, so I'm going to possibly upgrade it first and then fit it out as a concussive from there.
Yeah, and that's annoying as well, isn't it? They charge you time for taking off a weapon.
Yeah.
To refit another weapon.
Yeah.
when you've already spent time building the initial weapon, you know. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'm loving this. Yeah. Sorry.
Well, that's why I thought I'd start with a blank, so I didn't have to do that, because it just didn't make sense to be doing that. So, and given that I don't really need it anyway, so.
Well, no, I mean, I already had them built to some extent, fortunately, but the punishment you get for having them built is that you end up getting penalised when you refit because for some reason it costs you time, you know, extra time to take weapons off. You know,
I know I was always gobsmacked with some of Damnation's onslaughts that, you know, when you think about how many times he refit them and what he changed them to and all that sort of thing, and, you know, you're easily looking at 30 days by the time you stop fiddling with them. So,
yeah, it's just crazy. Yeah, I mean, I'm far from impressed. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I just don't want to. Like, I'm supposed to be the, as I said, the motivational speaker for, you know, as an alliance leader. You know, I mean, you kind of have to be, don't you? You know, I mean, it's like, you know, you're the motivational speaker for the alliance, and you want to motivate. Come on, guys, you're doing really well. You know, I'm proud of you. You know, you know, we're doing good. You know, we're in the top 20 in the world. We're doing this, we're doing that, because, you know, we've got a load of low level players as well. You know, like 80s and things like that. But we're still doing all right. Okay. But, you know, you want to keep them playing. You want to keep them there. You want to try and build them up, and, you know, so they become a team. Yeah. But it's hard sometimes to keep them players going, because they look at it and they go, "Oh, I can't handle this. I can't deal with this anymore." You know what I mean? It's like it's just too much. These builds are just crazy. The damage is too much. You know, they've got to get. You know, they need to wind their neck back in and look at, from a player perspective, it's like, wow, you know, how much are you asking us to do?
Well, I mean, to me, the inspiration should be coming from Kickside as well. It shouldn't, you know, while as an alliance leader, I completely get that. It's like, you know, it'd be a lot easier for you to sell the message if there was the inspirational, you know, these whole updates are going to be fantastic, and you know, we're going to make it so easy for you, and your ships are going to be able to do this and that, and la 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 la. But all we get is like a wall of text, and then, you know, maybe a bit of a clarification, and then, oh yeah, no, I didn't mean to say that, and yeah, I don't know. They're not doing well. This team's really not doing well. But
no.
Anyway,
no, that's about
we
it.
Still
basically.
play. Yeah, we still play.
Yeah. I'm just burning down money at the moment.
Because
sorry.
Our game styles changed, though. Truly, I mean, it has. I'm sitting here. I'm not a PvP player anymore, and I don't even know what it would be like to be back. I mean, I hit bases on Mondays or whatever, and I occasionally hit them, but I don't consider myself any longer a PvP player, because I'm not. I don't have the stuff, you know.
I mean, back in the day, you was a good PvP player. You know, you was. I mean, I remember I was in 235, and you was in 234, and you smacked up their sector. You was in there with your alliance in sector hitting, yeah. And they sent you over to me. And no, don't get me wrong, you failed, but you did better than a lot of other people had done. You know, but the point is I remember you as a PvP player, you know, and that's the thing, is you're now saying you're not a PvP player, and that's purely because of the way things have gone. You know, because you would like to be, I think, a PvP player.
For sure.
You know,
it's actually the only part. I'd love to be a PvP player again if there was enjoyment brought back into PvP. That's the reason I'm hanging on to the game. That and all the hot chicks. But no, I was joking. You know, in all honesty, you know, I'm here just for my friends. I like the basic elements of the game still. But the direction unknown is. I'm not having fun.
Well, this is
at all.
this is what I was saying, Ross, about the fun element of things, like and you're here for your friends, and when we used to go out and hit a Nexus or something like that, that was a fun element. That was one of the part of the games where you could all join in as a group and have fun, and now they've taken that part away. And and it's a worrying thing for me as a player that wants the game to survive. I want to keep playing it, and and it becomes those little things when you was hitting the Nexus was a team event. You all go out there because there's not many things you could do anymore in this game as a team.
No, I agree. I'm a big fan of those, like some of those the co-op campaigns, those things that you can help other your friends or help just even dang strangers. That's the friendships or the hate, or picking on people that's what I like of the game. That's the part of the game I like.
Yeah. But when they take any part of that they take away, it loses it loses something. Yeah. And it's a shame because that's we used to go out, we'd get on maybe over the weekend, on a Sunday evening, and and we for a Sunday evening UK, and we'd go and start hitting Nexuses and stuff like that, and it was good fun, and we'd go into one sector and we'd smash every Nexus in that sector, just for the fun of it. But it didn't cost them anything. The people who had the Nexus broke, it didn't cost them anything, because it was just their mega holes, and they'd just put them back again the next day, and they didn't lose anything, but we had fun doing that. It didn't cost us anything theoretically, but it was fun all working as a team and being, and it's that team that keeps the game together, that keeps us all together, keeps it, and when you take that part away, which I think they've now done, it's not a good positive for the game.
Yeah, it's funny you said that because I was just thinking back to like the screenshots and stuff you'd see posted on pages where you would have like the gold Nexus and it would be surrounded by a circle of smoking megas, and it's like, well, you don't see that anymore. They killed that by only having 2 of them. So
no, they did that on purpose. I mean, why? So they wanted to kill it.
Yeah, because they only want two or it's more than 2, but maybe the top 10 alliances going for it and generating coin there. But and thanks very much, Cuddle. You never let me down. So he posted all the stuff for Siege Spin, and it is like it's the Eradicators and Strike content. So so there's build tokens and VXP and all that sort of stuff. So this was the stupid one though, that if you already had the weapon, that you would you'd still have to do it for the VXP tokens. So just watch that.
Sorry, what was right? Run that.
When we were talking about the Siege Spin campaign and whether it had been done before, he's posted it all in the chat there. So yep, because I can't remember one TLC to the next half the time. So being an old man,
just checking the TLCs. Yeah, what we got here.
Yeah. So that one will drop next week at some stage.
Yeah, there's nothing on the TLCs. You've already got Titan Rising, which is useless. There's no TLCs at this weekend. So really, apart from the bounty, that's about all you got. I mean, from that perspective, it's not too bad. So they haven't given us a mad busy weekend. If you was reasonably caught up with the game, so I think I need about another 50k on bounty to pick up anything else I might need, and I can get that easy. There's no problem. I can get that. I can get that in an hour or two. But so yeah, I ain't worried about that. But I don't know. It's just the way the game is going. Don't you just feel that these people are so disconnected from the actual game? The stuff they're giving us is like they're not with us. They're not. We're playing the game, and they're just they're not in there. They're not feeling it with us, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, to be honest, like this bounty, there's actually, for myself, there's actually a reasonable amount of stuff that I can get. So if I really wanted to go crazy, I'd be needing to look at it like 200,000 or something like that. And like the last bounty, I think was the highest score I've gotten, because I've never really enjoyed bounty, to be honest. You know, there's been the odd one or two here and there, but it's really not, you know, I left PvP behind years ago, as I've said, you know, multiple times, because to me the only winner was kicks. But, you know, we are kind of forced to do this because you need the defense stuff for your base. Otherwise you're just going to get, you know, walked all the time. So I do it. But, you know, when I look at starting adding up the points with the transformers and the, you know, this and that, and Hyper 30s always come in handy, and all the rest. So it's actually the demand is actually pretty high. So
yeah, I think I need about 50k. I've only got 100 and what was it? Well, it doesn't tell me now because it's only showing me what I've got left. But yeah, I probably need about another 50k to pick up the bits that I need. You know, for the rest of it that I might want. But yeah, it's what you were saying earlier about PvE and PvP. Yeah, you made a quite a good point on that. Now, not everybody does PvP, but you have to do it because you have to, on some side, be able to get the stuff to be able to defend your base.
Yeah.
Because not everybody wants to hit a base, but they want to be able to defend themselves, you know. So you still have to do some of it to some extent, you know.
Yeah, and that's why I've only just gotten little bits and pieces, you know, along the way type things. So,
but yeah,
well, I normally buy tokens. Whenever there is a token deal on, I always buy. Sometimes 10, sometimes $20, but I always buy them because they're cheaper. I didn't buy them 3 offers ago. I didn't buy them last offer, and I'm not buying them this offer. And,
well, I'm just like the daily deals. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm at 90 coins now, and once they're gone, if I don't have it, I don't have it. And if it means I have to stop playing, well, then it doesn't matter. I've got other things to do. I'm start playing guitar again and whatnot. So
yeah.
You know,
well, I was just looking at the daily.
It's their loss, not mine.
The daily deals, a 1-day Conqueror class build token, yeah? Normally 48, now down to 37. Wow. Emperor, you impressed me, you know what I mean? It's like, no, I mean, that's not much, you know. If it's down to half price, it's got to be at least half price for me, or, you know, before I'd even start looking at them sort of stuff. You know?
It used to be, but lately they have not given any decent deals in the shop either, so it's their loss, you know. I mean, if they want out of the 20,000 people that are playing, if they want 100 to coin heavily, well, that's what they get.
Well, somebody
rest, I mean, I'm sure there is more people like me that don't see the value, that they see the value in the offer, but they don't see the value in getting it right now, the way the state of the game is at the moment. So I don't know. It's their loss. It's just their loss.
Obviously, toxic people, you know, some people are, and they are spending it. So, because at the end of the day, we all know that it's down to the bottom line and how much money they're making, you know. And if they've not made enough money, all of a sudden you'll see some deals thrown out there again. You know.
But I got to say that, you know, but it's totally different now, though, than how it used to. In years in the past, we used to all sit as a community and watch these bass hit videos and with music and intros, and some of them really good, and you know, some shitty. But you know, we got a different path now. It's just a dwindling show here, and the people that are coining, in all honesty, when you look at the leaderboards, do you anymore go, "Oh my God, look at how many points he got, that's awesome," or do you go, "Look at that idiot"? I mean, serious. It's totally changed. We used to go, "Oh my God, they just look how well he did," and now you're like, "What a fool!" I mean, seriously, total fool. I mean,
who we got now? Crocodile Shears. He's got nearly 3 million points in his top global, yeah. Okay, of the leaderboard.
But it's always a different person. It's never the same.
Well, Crocodile Shears, I know he's been around for a long time. I've seen that.
He has been around for a long time.
Yeah, he's got a big credit card too.
Yeah.
But that's just, I mean, but really? So look at do the math, and we know what it costs to. Do you really think that, seriously, would you? I wouldn't. I mean, I'm not paying for it. The quality is not here. So I guess I wish I was a salesman and I knew how to get a hold of these people, people. I mean, because I don't get it.
But the point I was going to make is, he'd be lucky if he could actually spend or redeem 1/10 of the points that he's got. You know.
Well, I don't know how he got the point. I don't know the situation.
Well, no. I mean, he's got 3 million. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you took 1/10 of that, that'd be 300,000. Yeah. And you'd be lucky to spend 300,000 at the moment in this. You know, if you're up to date. Now, if you're capable of getting 3 million, yeah, you should already have most of the stuff that you need anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know,
right.
so.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, it doesn't make sense. That's where it is. The point, though, it just doesn't make sense. Common sense is out the window for those people, and I'm glad they're there. I guess, and truly.
Oh yeah, I mean, because they're throwing money at it, and
yeah,
and it keeps the game. It does keep the game alive. I appreciate. I understand that, because not everyone can play for free. Because if everyone played for free, no one paying for the service,
right?
Yeah.
And I don't think many people are, because there's been a lot of trouble with the service, haven't there? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Now, we haven't touched. I don't know how much we touched on that really, but there's been a lot of problems with people suffering from really bad leg, and I mean, I was okay. The first day was okay for me. Today, it's been horrendous, and so I've not really even bothered. I'm hoping it'll clear itself up in the next 24 hours or whatever, and I can go out and finish off the last bit, because I'm not even going to bother at the moment. Not the way it's playing,
Yeah, I've been lucky. It hasn't been too bad for me, so I don't know why that is, but luckily enough, it hasn't been too bad. I mean, I've had the usual issues of scatter breaches firing into the dirt, and the odd stuff like that. And there was another one. I don't know if anyone else has seen that too. That the magnetic core portal is really slowing your breaches down. Like, it's almost like I went into because I only hit your opponent bases. I went into one and I was like, why am I only going 2 miles an hour? It was pretty crazy, but I saw that's what was causing it. So it's that and the
so okay
and stuff.
So okay, I'm hitting play bases. I was hitting play bases.
Mm-hmm.
You target something, okay, with your basilisk, because you've got the range. It starts shooting at it, and it stops, and it starts shooting at something else. Now,
I heard people having trouble with that.
Now, the point is when you're going into, I mean, we call it skill. You can call it what you like, yeah. We want to go in and we want to prep out our base and take out what we can before we go in for the full hit. Yeah. If it starts taking out all the warehouses and the bloody like portals, when you've told it to start hitting the fleet, because it's within range, it's bullshit, isn't it? It's bullshit, yeah.
Yeah.
And what the fuck is going on? And that happened to me last night, and I went, you know what, I can't be asked. And I went, the guy that was saying, I repaired and all that. I said, you know what, I can't be fucking asked. And I just went back home again and fucking parked the fleet, bollocks, because it's not worth it. It's just a waste of time, you know what I mean? Because I said, Mike, I'm targeting your fleet, you know, and it was shooting everything else but the fucking thing I clicked on. You know.
I got to little interrupt you. I didn't mean to. But, you know, I just found out that from you, wow, I guess it's been some time ago now, though, that the Eradicator will do that with the base parts, the SSRB, right? Right?
Yeah.
How many? I've never hit the base part side of the SSRB. So since that time, I've been autoing them. I'm on 5 of them now.
There you go.
I haven't got a single base part.
Well,
you got
the truth.
Yeah,
you got 5 minutes. You got 5 minutes to hit that side of it. Yeah, with Eradicators on the base part side. Yeah, left hand side. You got to do it within 5 minutes because it does respawn itself.
The like I said, I've got the launcher Eradicators, and I can do that thing with a minute to spare. The launchers are awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I do it with it's just a standard build Eradicators. Then I 3 hits and you're full like 1,500 base parts. You know?
So Ross, are you finishing them or not?
Yeah, they don't pay shit. That's what I'm saying. They pay zilch. I'm on number 5, and
it means you're not finishing them. If you come out of it and you haven't finished it, the thing reaps.
The thing what?
It reaps. It goes
it'll
away.
Just respawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll fill up again. It'll be like no one's ever hit it.
Well, what do you mean? It says it's dead, right? I'm sitting here. What?
Okay.
If you go back in, does it?
They say they're
everything back there again.
Yeah, they're dead. I'm killing them. I'm saying they're dead. I'm killing them, and they don't pay anything. First time I've ever hit them. I'm in number 6 right now. My 6th one.
Can you share your screen?
Are you full?
No, not even close. I should be. How much should I have on 6?
You should be way over full. You should be dumping it.
Okay. Then.
This is
the 3 would fill you from
3 virtually fills you up. I mean, it's not you're not totally full. You're about 86k below.
See,
but 3's enough to fill you up. Yeah.
All right.
Ross, see 500,000 there. That's
all right, hold on. Let's see. Let's go.
Yep.
So I'll leave here.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kicking the shit out of him. No problem. So let's go and check on this. That's number 6. So we're gonna.
Oh no! I mean, you would have got 3 million for that, and you can only hold just over 15.
What I have.
1.5 million. So you've got way more than you ever needed to.
So I only have 363,000.
Wow, that's really wrong.
Ticket time.
No, see. I mean, that's what I mean, the whole game's so broke. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah. That's
how about if you refresh, Ross?
What's that?
Yeah.
Well, Cuttlefish is saying you didn't finish the target, but the victory thing came up, so you must have. But how about if you refresh your base?
Well, what do you mean I don't? No, I'm in one now. This is the 6th one.
No, don't keep beating them. Don't keep beating them.
Your browser, Ross. That's what he's saying. Refresh your browser.
Yeah, don't keep hitting them, because you're just wasting time and taking damage. Yeah, have a refresh, see what you got, and then go back in if you need to. Go back in. You know what I mean? Because you might have already got the points, but it's maybe not showing up. No.
This is the message I get. It tells me they have got 500,000 base parts.
Yeah, exactly.
At the end of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize I was watching you, not Ross. Oh, that's funny.
Oh, Abby, can you help me? Better not.
Just saw in chat too, Cuddle says that he's using highly modified hydras to do his. So is that the hydras that we were using for the first round of the raid with the no countermeasures and all that sort of stuff? Because that'd be a good tip if you don't, if you've only got hydras or your eradicators aren't good enough or whatever, that'd be a good tip. because I'm sure they won't put any actual base parts targets on the map.
Recall. Done with that.
Yeah, I'm just clicking on the Ross now and watching him live and see how he's getting on. You know what I mean? But he's still got a screen share going, so.
Yeah, I'll switch mine off so confusion stops. Hang on, there you go.
That's all right.
You're gonna make me think thoughts doing that.
Yeah, don't think thoughts.
It's
It's too
not good
it's
for
too
anyone.
noisy.
It makes
It's too noisy.
It makes my brain hurt.
It does.
Anyway, we're gonna wrap this up before I fall back asleep. We end up going for another hour.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So hopefully Ross will be able to get this sorted out. So did anyone have any last things that they wanted to discuss?
No, I mean, I really wish I could share tips with you guys. There's not really many in this one, is there? It's just, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't got any tips to share with you, sadly. Sorry, and all I could say is good luck, guys. You know?
Yeah. Mine is stop putting the new turret in your bases, everybody, because that means that I have to face them in your opponent bases. So please stop.
My tip is Ren and Ewok have done a couple of videos on how to do the 129 blitz targets. Watch them, and you might be able to do it for 1,250 points or whatever they're worth.
Yeah,
very interesting.
Yeah, I've done a few of them. Yeah.
I guess my word for the day, don't hit the SSRBs.
well, no, we'll watch you again and see if we can see where.
Honestly,
Yeah.
Going with it. Yeah.
I'm not hitting another one. I just did 6. I learned.
Okay.
I'm a learner.
We'll do it. We'll do it in the after show, so we can work out what's going wrong. So yeah. My only thing is, I would say if you are hitting your opponent bases or even player bases, I've got an absolute ripper yesterday. It had like a half destroyed warehouse, and that was all that was left in it, and I got 1,000 points. So I guess, because they're reaping live, just have a look around and, have a peek of the target first. And if you can do it, do it. If you can't, just, go on to the next one. You'll find more. So, because there's no point in taking more damage than what you need to. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of dead bases out there, or bases with no guard fleets in it.
No guards. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I got accused of playing Care Bear Pirates yesterday, but I'm not going to make anyone pay anything in this game. I'm responsible for what I pay, and I'm not going to make anyone else, potentially put money into anything. So if that makes me a Care Bear, put a bloody rainbow heart on my front.
That's good. I didn't hear that.
All right. Well, I guess on that note, we'll say goodbye. Thanks, everyone in chat. It's been really good. It's always a bit of a tricky one when Kicks can't produce a product that's worth talking about positively. It makes the shows kind of a bit hard, but hopefully, you get what you get out of Bounty, and you do it relatively pain-free. So, yeah. So if you want, like and share the video and subscribe and give it a thumbs up and all those things that I'm supposed to say, but Damnation's asleep, so I don't really have to say anything. So I'll say good luck, everyone.
Good luck, everyone.
Hooroo. See you later. Bye.
Good night.